Hey guys, what's up? It is so nice to be back and doing my thing. Today are going to be doing a makeup look that I've been doing a lot here during the summer. It is very simple, very easy, very easy to recreate, and using a lot of the new products that I have been playing around with, kind of giving you my thoughts and feels, putting them to the test. So I'm going to keep this pretty short and sweet for the intro, but today's makeup look is going to be basically a foolproof summer makeup that works for me all the time. I wore this all through vacation. I wore this through the summer months, and some of these products are a bit newer and they have become staples in my collection. I actually have cream products in here, you guys. I am not a cream product person, but I have found something that I really do like. So I hope you guys are excited to see what's coming up. If you guys are wanting to know any of the products that I use, shade numbers, anything like that, you guys know to find everything, just look down in the description box. And if you guys are new, I hope you guys will stick around, hit that subscribe button down below. It is a red button right there. And if you guys are already a subscriber, thank you so much for hanging out with me today, and let's get it. I have to give it to you guys because I have gotten nothing but beautiful comments. This is not going to hold in regards to my whereabouts, where I've been and stuff. It's not that I've been anywhere like that I can't talk about. I don't know if just with the kids getting older, things have gotten so much harder to do, like to put everything together. It feels really nice to know that there's like still people out there that are like, where is she? But yes, I'm okay. So the first primer I'm gonna use is, I actually use a combination. I actually use a lot of primers right now. I shouldn't be, but I do. So let's start off with the first primer. This is the Smashbox Oil and Shine Control Primer. It's not that great for me personally. It doesn't do a whole lot. Like, I don't feel like it mattifies my skin like some of the other mattifying primers, or you know what I mean, like controls the oil kind of a thing. I don't feel like it really does that. So the other one I am also going to use is this here, which is by Pure Elise. This is the Silky Glow BB Base Primer. I feel like it just evens everything out. Like, my skin doesn't feel oily in some spots. It feels really good on the skin. It reminds me of like a lightweight version of the Professional from Benefit. I like to let my primer set for about 5 minutes if I have time. There's lots of times I don't have time. So I'm gonna start off and chisel out my nose really quickly. The brush I like to use is this LUXIE 249. It is a dual-ended brush. It is phenomenal though, because it's got like more of a flat shape, kind of like a shader brush, but then it's got like a little blender on the other side, which is good if you're using it for your eyes, but for your nose, it's perfect. So I'm going to be using the Macchiato from Fenty. Still peeling just a little bit. I probably won't put any concealer in the center of my nose because of it. And if you don't blend out the edges a whole lot right now, it's fine, because you still got to go in with your BB cream or your foundation, whatever you're using. I'm going to only do my nose. That's all I ever do. I don't do any other cream bronzing or contouring on my face, just because I do have still some redness and stuff. And for some reason, every time I do it, I have to go over that product with more product to counteract the darkness that's going on my face. So I feel like it's just unnecessary product and layering stuff that doesn't really need to be on there. So really the nose is all I'm focused on. So we're going to move in and kind of just touch up some of these dark spots. So I'm going to be going in with the Rare Beauty. This is the 210 Neutral Concealer. This is hands down one of my favorite concealers. I was so hesitant, as always, with so many of these products from Rare Beauty to kind of just push it into place. I'm going to go in with the Physicians Formula Heavenly Skin. This is the Kosas, what is this, like the Revealer. It's the Super Creamy and Brightening Concealer. This here is great. It is super lightweight, but still covers just like that. That's all I'm doing. Maybe I'll put a little bit up here, because ever since I got my lips done, it's always super dark right around this area. And I'm going to take my concealer right here on the inner corner, because I do have a lot of darkness, more so over here than out here. I actually was sent this by Nars. This is the Pure Radiant Tinted Moisturizer. I have the shade Sydney Medium 1.2. All right, so if I go to the pool or anything, this is what I use, usually by itself. For days that I'm actually going to be like kind of going out and about and stuff and not just, you know, at the pool, I do add a little bit of foundation, and I mean a little bit, not a lot. And the dab is really the dab. And I'm just using a dab of it just to really give it a little bit of extra coverage. I'm just gonna rub this on my skin. I like to use the sponge. I've been using a sponge for almost like everything. Usually I was like, oh, let's switch around these brushes, but I think the older I get, the minimal amount of things I want to do. Honestly, these clips are just doing me no justice. It kind of just evened everything out a little bit more. I really didn't put a whole lot. I'm just kind of stippling it, blending it into the skin. Whatever's left over on my sponge, I'm just gonna run here on the top of my forehead. Here you have it, very glowy, not a whole lot. Yes, you can still see a little bit of, you know, spots on my skin and stuff, but I'm okay with that. Pray for me, I am wearing white pants today. We're gonna go ahead and set everything. I'm gonna be using the number 7. This is the Lift and Illuminate Triple Action Finishing Powder in Light. I don't mind this powder. It's definitely a powder that I could say that it's not a bad powder, but if it's a dupe for something higher end, I don't know that I would ever get the higher end product because I just wasn't super impressed with this. I'm going to go in and set the rest of my like T-zone area, and I'm going to be using the Tatcha. This is the Silk Powder. This is her Radiant Translucent Setting Powder. And I'm just going to press this right into my forehead because I get super oily there. So I'm going to take whatever's left over on my cap, and I'm going to take a really big fluffy brush, and I'm just going to slowly set everything. I'm just going to go in and do my brows really quickly. I'm going to be using the ABH Brow Wiz. And not to mention, my brows, I hate them right now. They are just driving me bananas. Like, they can't figure out what they want to do, what shape they want to take. But these are the cards I was dealt with at this moment. So my best friend from grade school just got married. I'll post pictures here, but it was so much fun, you guys. They got married. If you guys are from California or even been to California, maybe you guys have heard of it, in Mammoth Lakes area. Gorgeous. I'd actually never been there. It was so much fun. She got married like up in the ski area. It was so cool, you guys. And we did some hiking, and then we, you know, did a little bit of walking around, some shopping, but it was nice. The kids actually got to stay with my parents. I hate this brow. The other reason why it's been difficult for me to film too is because back in June, my husband took on a new job, which we're so excited about for him, because he gets to work from home. He works like right here, like catty corner of me. So he works there, and when he's working from like 7 to about 6 at night. And then by the time it's like my turn and I can go downstairs, I'm exhausted because I've been, you know, doing everything else. And having a husband who's always worked away from the household and now is finally working from home, it's kind of hard to get used to. Not that I don't like it. I do. It's fun sometimes, but sometimes I'm like, oh, I've seen you a lot. And I know that, like, I explain things to you guys, and you guys are always like, you don't have to explain it. Life happens, stuff, we get it. But I don't know. I kind of enjoy explaining things to you guys because I know so many of you guys are, you know, understand, you know, where I'm at and stuff like that in life. I'm going to move into bronzer really quickly. This is the Earth Angel for Scope. I'm going to go in with the shade Hula. I might take this for the tip of my nose, but we're going to start kind of bronzing up the skin a little bit. So we are getting an Ulta. I'm actually getting an Ulta literally right down the street from me. Super exciting. I know so many of us are. But I was also at Kohl's because I was doing a return from Amazon, and I saw that like the outside of their store was black and white, and I was like, hold the door. What is this? And Jeremy was like, I think that's Sephora. And I was like, oh, shut the front door. My closest Sephora is like, it's not very far, but my closest Sephora is inside of a JCPenney. So I don't have like a freestanding store. Getting to downtown Chicago for a Sephora, it just ain't gonna happen. Not all the time. I can't always do that. So it's nice to see that I'll have options. I'll be able to start here, and if I can't work my way here, I can either go down there, or I can, you know, if worst comes to worst, I can come out to Chicago. Normally, I just order everything online. I do have 2 blush products that I wanted to play around with. One of them is new, which is the Nars Orgasm. This is their new Orgasm on the Beach palette. I feel like they've done a lot of Orgasm products. It's gorgeous. You guys know how I feel about these blush palettes that they do. They're some of my favorites. But we're going to start off with the product I have been using, and it is good. And I know you guys have seen it around. It's the Pixi On The Glow blush. This is their Tinted Moisture Stick. And this is in the shade Ruby. Yes, I do have powder, but the nice thing about this product is that I can put this even over powder and it doesn't pick up the powder. It just sits so freaking nice. So I know that some people will just go like, I don't do that. I just take this big fluffy brush and I'm just gonna do that. First, what I do is I kind of just stipple it on the back of my hand just to make sure it's not splotchy. And then I just pop it on. And it's so freaking pretty, you guys. Like, it just leaves this nice tinted flush look, like nothing too harsh. It's gorgeous. It doesn't accentuate anything, and even over, you know, my skin where I do have a lot of texture, it doesn't emphasize it. What I typically do is I will just take a brush that has some of my leftover powder and I kind of just dab it on top. But if you are like oilier combo like me, or you have problems where your blushes or your cream products don't stay on, that's what I do. We're gonna be extra. We're gonna try out this Nars palette today. I'm a little bit nervous that's gonna be really intense. Actually, no, it's gonna be intense. And I think I might do a combination of these two. Oh, let me swatch them for you guys. I forgot about that. So you have the 6 shades, starting with the lightest, which is kind of like a highlighter, and then you move into these darker shades. This is something I could definitely see myself wearing coming up in the next like month or so when it becomes fall. But today we're actually gonna stick down here. This like red one is this one here, which is just a little too bright for me. And I've already got that nice like glow, so I kind of want to keep it the same shade. So I think I'm going to mix these two. It's got a little bit of like gold reflex, can you tell? So I'm a little bit nervous. Oh, this is giving me a healthy glow. Look at that. I like that. Highlight my nose really quickly, otherwise I'll forget. I'm just kidding. I won't forget. I'm going to go in with Cookie really quickly, and I just highlight the tip of my nose. Just like that. And just right here. Let me tell you what I've been doing with my eyes. I've been keeping my eyeballs pretty simple. Here's why. I don't have time. No, I've really been enjoying this look that I've been doing. I like the simplistic look. I think with my skin being, in my feeling, more glowy and dewy, I've enjoyed having more of a matte look on my eyes. So I'm going to take an eyeshadow stick. This is the Covergirl True Naked Queen Ship. I do believe they still have it, but this is the eyeshadow stick I'm going to be taking. It is in the shade 905. This is by Covergirl, and you can see it's just a very fair nude eyeshadow stick. I'm just going to pop this, like I said, on the eye, and you can see I'm not being precise, and I'm just going to take it, and I'm going to use my finger to just blend it out. No brushes, just my finger, just like that. I do like to take it outward though. I don't like to stop like right here, because if you use anything else, you'll see like a harsh line. So I'm going to add just a little bit of color to the outer corner, and you can go in with any sort of shadow. I just use like a matte skin tone color, and I'm going to go in with this palette though. This is by BH Cosmetics. It says Optimistic AF. They had a collection of these palettes, and I'm going to use this one called Smiley Face. Again, you can use any sort of color, but I'm going to go in with this one right here. And I'm just going to put this right on the outer corners, as I want that more elongated, lifted eye look. I'm going to now line my top lash line with the Maybelline Tattoo Studio crayon or pencil, and this is in the shade Bold Brown. I start right in the center of my pupil, and I take it outward. And I'm just going to make a faint line like that. Then I'm going to take a flat shader brush, and I'm going to start blending it out. If I was going out, I would definitely add a shadow on top of it. And it doesn't have to be perfect. It can be kind of sloppy. I like it kind of sloppy because it looks like a smudgy kind of barely there look. Again, I'm going to keep this brown on the outer corner. I like to keep more of like a standard brown on my lower lash line when I'm doing a look like this. Again, I'm only going to keep it from here outside, nowhere else. So I actually wore this mascara yesterday. This is the first black brown I've used. And normally I get blackest black for any shade. But I actually loved the way that it looked on my lower lashes yesterday, because it didn't look like I was wearing mascara. I mean, it did, but it also just looked like my lashes were just a little bit thicker. It was really pretty. So I always pair it with a pair of lashes. Lately, I've been diving into this set of lashes, which are by Ardell. These are the 421s. They're their natural lash. They come in a pink box. Ulta was just having a sale. It was like buy one, get one half off, or buy one, get one free, or something like that. So I picked up like a big pack of them. I sometimes snip them in half and just apply outer corners, but today I think I might just do the whole thing. I went in and I actually did the outer corner lashes, so I just kind of cut them in half. As you can see, I just cut them in half and then I put them on the outer corners. I was going to do full lashes, but I was like, you know what, let's try something new. Apply a little bit of powder to even out my lips really quickly. I am going to try out a new liquid lipstick from MAC. These are their Love Me liquid lip colors. They sent me quite a few of them, you guys. Oh my gosh, they're stunning. Let me show you. Sent over their liquid lipsticks, and there's a couple of them in here that I feel like we needed to just kind of swatch together. Look at that shade. Isn't that beautiful? So the next one I have, which was on my list, is called Feel Me. Brown right there. This is called What a Doll right here. And then, yeah, I think that's as far as I want to go. I didn't see anything. All the other ones are like darker shades. I might go in with this one. I thought I was going to do this pinky tone, but I think I might want to keep it kind of neutral. I'm going to go in with a lip liner really quickly just to outline everything. I'm going to go in with one of my tried and trues. This is the KKW Beauty lip liner in the shade number 2. I'm going to go in with the Feel Me lip color. You know what shade this reminds me of? The shade from the Maybelline, the Superstay liquid lipsticks that I also have, I really like. I'm going to take a little bit of concealer and just clean up this edge right here, I got a little messy. This is the Maracuja Juicy Lip. This is in the shade Rose. This thing is phenomenal, and I've used so much of it. And I just put this right in the center, and it just gives this beautiful juicy pout to it, and it's super hydrating, and it's not sticky at all. It's just stunning. So this is my makeup for the day, you guys. I am completely done, but the one thing I will take with me, especially during the summer, is the blotting sheets by Winky Lux, but you can get these anywhere. I know a ton of different brands that sell them, anywhere from like $1 up to like $5. You don't need to spend that much. Get yourself some blotting sheets, keep them in the purse for the summer. If you are interested in any of the products that I mentioned, I will link it all down below in the description box. You guys, these are products that I've been using for some time, with just a drop or two of new products just because I wanted to test them out. Make sure to check out some of these videos if you haven't seen them already, and I'll see you later. Bye.